We're here with co-head soccer coach Jess Jobe as we look ahead to Sam Houston State Friday night. I mean, first of all, looking back this past weekend, a huge 4 points on the road against two of the best teams in the conference. You have to be happy about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Very happy about that. It's not ever easy being on the road, and two teams in which we played them were undefeated and took points away from both of them. So we're very proud of that. Very proud of the team for their effort and just commitment to the details. And they did a lot of dirty work on Friday and Sunday, and had to grind out a couple of really good results versus really good teams. So very pleased about that, and came home very happy.
Yeah, and then you guys last year only won one conference game on the road. You've already won two and haven't lost any, 2-0-1. So you guys are playing extremely well on the road. You guys have had extreme depth so far this year. Olivia came off the bench. She was the one who scored the game-winning goal. But yeah, talk about the quality depth of the team.
Yeah, we've been talking about that since day one, that was going to be part of the strength of this team, and really excited to see how some pieces came together and see the competitiveness for spots and for playing time, and we think that's a really healthy thing, and I think that's something that we want to see continue. But we've been talking about that for the last few weeks as far as the forward position specifically. We've got some tough decisions to make game to game, and players are competing each practice and each week for those opportunities, and it's tough decisions for us. So that's a great thing. And Olivia came off the bench and made an impact in both of those games. And we've got players in midfield positions who are coming off. We've talked already about Rachel and her impact off the bench, and she's doing a great job in that role. We were missing Sam, and Ashley Metawattage stepped in and had some big moments for us. Shout out to Ashley. And so, yeah, we're really pleased. I mean, we've had players who have had to step up and had to get big moments and play big, huge contributions, and it's just wonderful to see, and it's great to see this team fighting for one another and stepping up into those moments. And so, depth is something we want to continue to keep going and continue to be one of our strengths.
Yeah, what makes you so good in these one-goal games? You guys have been in them the last 9 times, and then including all in conference play. What makes you guys so good in those situations?
It comes down to practice and preparation. Tuesdays we turn up the heat a little bit. They're coming off a day off, and that's how we start our practice week. And so we get after it on Tuesdays. We push them pretty hard. We expect a lot out of them, and we pin them against one another, and we get them competing. And we're I think really building success on those Friday and Sunday games because of what we're experiencing throughout the course of a week. So that's credit to the players for their hard work and mentality and practice. And it's not always perfect, and sometimes we've got to grind through practices, and we got to work through practices, and we've got to solve problems in practice, and that's by design. We want them to go through that on a consistent basis, so then when they get in that situation on a Friday night, they're prepared and they're ready for it, and they know they have a little bit more left in the tank. So we're really proud of the players for how they prepare and the time they spend in each week. There's players behind me right now getting time on their own, working on things on their own, and without being told they need to do that, and without being mandated that's decisions they're making on their own, recognizing that there's areas of their game that they can improve and spend time on the ball on their own accord. So those things make the difference, and they add up over time. So we're really happy about that.
Then 3 of the last 4 have gone into overtime. You've won 2 of those 3, the other being a tie. So you guys have done really well in overtime, and then not only that, but going back a little bit further, but Lafayette as well went into overtime. So you guys have I don't know what has made you guys really good in overtime.
Yeah, it's a little bit of the same answer to your previous question. It's just grinding out in practice, and when they're maybe even hoping or thinking that practice is ending and we've got more and we're doing more and we're pushing them harder and we're expecting more of them, and they have to kind of switch it back on or they have to push a little bit further. And I think just the understanding of the players realizing that the mind is going to be the first thing that's going to go, and if you can tell yourself, and if you can be prepared for that moment and tell yourself and tell your mind, trick your mind even into knowing, into thinking that you have more than you have more to give. And so we're doing that. We're training for those moments, and when that moment comes, we find the energy within us just to go on and try and finish those games. And yeah, there's a level of fortune as well. I mean, there's a level of luck, for those opportunities to fall and us and be able to execute in those right moments and just gut it out. And those things have been falling our way, and that's a great record for us to have in overtime games, to have not lost any of the 4 overtime games we've been in so far. It's a testament to these players' mentalities, and they deserve a lot of credit for that.
Then last question. You guys, we're halfway through conference play. 5 games down, 6 to play. Never too early to talk about tournament positioning. You're 7 points up on a tournament spot right now, but you're open for more. Sam Houston comes in. On Friday. You're tied for 5th in conference. The 4 teams above you, you've all played them. Those 4 have not played each other. So, yeah, I suppose you're in pretty good position right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something we talk about a little bit as a coaching staff, but and I'm sure players will watch this video and think what they think, but it's important for us just to continue to focus on one game at a time. And there's going to be teams we're going to play late in the schedule who their big win, their motivation may be just to upset us and just disrupt our momentum and disrupt what we're doing, and just break up some of that success. And so we got to take every opponent on our schedule seriously. It's not that it's going to get any easier. These wins aren't going to come any easier, and we're going to have to fight and work just as hard to earn the results. And so that's where we need our focus to continue to be. That's where, as a coaching staff, we're going to continue to focus and try and express that to our players on a daily basis and on a weekly basis. But yes, we're very pleased with where we've put ourselves, in the position we've put ourselves, but we also know that we have a lot of work left to do, and that's where the focus needs to stay.
Yeah, thank you, Jess.
Thank you.